I'm speaking.
I'm speaking. I'm speaking now.
Well, my gosh, welcome to some of our most senior ladies that have been on this network, Patricia Freudenberg and Dr. Pauline Crawford Omps. Happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day to both of you.
Happy National International Women's Day to all women across the globe. And we are here to elevate and motivate each other.
Absolutely. And create a wonderful new harmonious symphony in the world. That's what I believe.
Well, we have Dr. Grace Elebute with us also today, and Dr. Desziree Richardson from London is with us today, and Dr. Purnima from all the way over in Denver is with us today. So welcome to everybody. Yeah.
And hi, everyone. Happy International Women's Day to everyone who's watching all across the globe. It's a day for us to celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely. Grace, how is the snow in New Jersey, New York?
So it's not snowing today. The weather is actually cold today. It was warm yesterday. I think, like Patty mentioned earlier, today is a little chilly, but you know what? It's International Women's Day, and we're making the most out of today. So
Absolutely. And Dr. Voria, do we have you now? Can we hear you?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you. I know
Namaste to everyone.
We've been struggling to get her on.
Absolutely.
And it is a pleasure. We have a lot of greetings before we get started investing. If you guys want to comment on the greetings or give a shout out to anybody out there, Dr. Pauline, you had made a greeting.
Absolutely. And this is my passion, is that we come together everywhere across the world, from every continent and every country, every woman and every man eventually, but every woman to really honor and bless themselves today. It's fantastic to be here. It really is.
Yeah, thank you so much. And looks like Prince, who often puts a lot of the religious invocations and prayers in the Evergreen Chapel board, is on from Nigeria. Also, our chairperson, Pumza from South Africa. Thank you, Pumza.
Oh. Hi, Pumza. Yes, she's amazing. Absolutely amazing. We're all amazing, but the stories are in abundance. It's just wonderful.
Yeah, another amazing man, unbelievable supporter of women, Manu Seth from India. Yeah, thank you, Manu, for all your help. Yeah, totally awesome. And the last one here, Pumza says, amazing energy, greetings to everybody. So thank you again, Pumza. Yeah, for a year I called her Fumza, and an English gentleman corrected me and said, Malti, the actual pronunciation of her African name is Pumza. You don't use the H. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so stupid.
Yeah, there are so many names that are difficult to pronounce. You do have to, take your time out to, try to even write them out in different structures to get it all together to get them right. Maybe you have to even put your own spelling sometimes to get the names correctly. Yeah.
And Dr. Voria, how is your daughter? She's getting ready to jump on a plane.
Yes, I just asked her, where are you? So she may be in the green room. Maybe you need to allow her to come in.
I don't see her yet, but if she does pop in on her cell phone, we will definitely bring her in. That's for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any specific greeting today from the Indian American Chamber of Commerce?
Yes. Happy International Women's Day. I think women are the pillar of the society. They are anchor for the home and the entire family. And they are passionate about what they do. And I think I'm looking forward to co-hosting I'm Speaking Now because I think it is time for us women to get a voice, and get a voice which is permanent. When we are in the boardrooms, sometimes we don't have a voice because it's taken over. So, International Women's Day to me is to celebrate and give voice to many, many women across the globe.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, there's your wonderful daughter, Rakhi. Let's bring in Rakhi, trying to jump on an airplane very quickly. Rakhi, welcome. Happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day. It's an honor to be here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for joining us on I'm Speaking Now. Your mom is here.
Yes.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Her twin is here.
We want to give Rakhi a chance just to give a greeting for International Women's Day, because she does have to jump on a plane. She's, a busy professional at a very high level. So, Rakhi, we want to throw it over to you.
Well, thank you. Thanks so much for having me. My name's Rakhi Voria. I work at a company called Procore Technologies. I'm the Vice President of Sales Development there. And prior to this, I was at IBM and Microsoft. So my career experience has been in the technology space. And I also have a huge passion for advancing women in business. As you can see here, my mom here is on as well, Dr. Purnima Voria. I grew up with her and my two older sisters. She raised me and my sisters alone. And I think my experience showed me that women can do anything. And having the opportunity to see my mom really shape our lives and be able to turn tragedy into triumph was really inspiring to both me and my sisters. And as I grew up, it just made it natural for me to want to get involved in helping to advance women. So when I was at Microsoft and IBM, I had led their women's groups respectively. And now that I'm in Procore, I work in the construction industry, which is also a very male-dominated industry. And one of the reasons why I decided to make the leap over in October of last year is because I really do want to change the face of what construction and technology looks like. I think we have a huge opportunity to be able to reshape that across all of our different industries. And I firmly believe that the best way to build and grow high-performing teams in technology and otherwise is to have diversity, and a big piece of that is women. So really happy to be here. I am a big champion for advancing women in my field, in particular in the sales field. I've written a few articles in Forbes on why we need more women in sales, why women should consider roles in sales. And I'm headed to Austin today as well to host our company's International Women's Day event, and hopefully some recruiting events as well to get more women in our industry. So thank you again for having me and for putting on this event. I think it's such a great opportunity to bring some like-minded, incredible women together. I'm really honored to be part of this panel today. So thank you.
That was beautifully said, and I think it's so important that we do march forward. And I think I really honor what you say, and I think it's about time that women actually not just shape the conversation, we lead it. Absolutely, we create a new narrative for this world that needs nurturing. I hope you agree.
Hi. Also, I want to share that the importance of the title of this room, I am speaking now, on a global scale, to know that there were women out there that were just not permitted to speak, even in the boardroom, which is crazy to me. And, being able to be here and spreading awareness and raising each other is a big, big deal. And I'm so proud to be able to be a part of that. When the Vice President Harris said that, it became a joke, but it's not funny. It's not funny. And I am so happy we are making a difference now. Being in the United States, even though I'm first generation, I do know what happens in other countries. I may have at a younger age taken for granted that I can speak, that I can speak. Here in America, it's so different. But the truth is, it's not that easy either. It's a lot easier than other countries that you're just not allowed to speak, period. But I'm so happy that now it's a new generation, and we are here to make a difference. And yes, I am speaking now. Back to you, Pauline.
Absolutely.
And if I may jump in, I would like to say that at the National U.S.-India Chamber of Commerce, we promote trade between United States and India and other parts of the world. Now, when we are doing that, you can imagine what we women at the corporate level face. When we are dealing with Asian countries, including India, we are looking at the male-dominant countries, where women are supposed to be in the kitchen, get pregnant, and cook and clean and do whatever. And the moment you start, raising your voice, there are efforts made to silence you. So coming from that country, you can imagine if a person uh, becomes a CEO and founder of a national organization and deals with two important countries of the world, there is a lot of things that we have to face. And I think it's time we women take our place. United Nations talk about gender inequality, and pretty much the whole world is talking about it, but it's just talking. So I think it is true that our show is called I Am Talking Now, which is great that we take it from the vice president and take it to the next level. I think at some point we should bring her on our show, but before that we have to do a lot of homework, and we have to make sure that we women need to take our place in the society, and much so now when everything is going global. So global voice is going to be a unified voice, and it's going to be a strong voice. And women like Melinda Gates, who I admire a lot, has given all her wealth for women related work. So it's time we dip into those kind of opportunities, financial opportunities, as well as if we women take charge, no one can stop us. We are like fast speed train. Anything comes in our way, we are not going to look anywhere left or right. We have blinders. We are going to look forward. Thank you.
And I would like to jump in to say, actually, I think as everyday women, we ourselves underestimate our power and the contribution that we are making in the community. We're moms, we're wives, we're sisters, we're daughters, we're all in one. I'll speak for myself. I'm a Navy veteran, I'm a military spouse, I'm a military mom. So I think it's time, more than ever, for me to say, yes, I am speaking now, because we're fulfilling all these roles and we are able to step into all these roles and make it happen. But more times than often, we're so caught up taking care of other people to where we're not even realizing how much we ourselves are pouring into not only our families, but our community, our country, our nation. Like I said, I'm the military spouse. Most people see that, but I'm also a warfighter. And it's usually not until I say something that people realize, oh, she's actually a veteran too. It's not just my spouse. So yes, I am speaking now because we're able to do everything. So thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think a lot of mansplaining goes on and talking over women and talking them down, the deep intonation of the male voice. Dr. Pauline, you want to take me on live TV today? What I'll do is, because every show we do this to a female guest, we warn them that sometime during the show, we're going to have a male who's going to try to talk you down and overtalk you. And then you're going to know it's happening now. They warned me during the hour it's going to be happening. They didn't tell me when or which man.
Oh, well, I will tell you when to stop, Martin. I think
yeah, but Pauline, thank you. Anyway, anyway, I was just getting on to what I was saying. So when that happens, Pauline, you go on ahead and sock it to me and tell me, Marty, I'm speaking now. You ready?
I'm speaking now, Marty. This is a very important point, because one of the things that we women are fantastic, but we are half of the world and we don't have a voice that is balanced and equal in the world. So one of my one of my focuses now is about harmony. Is how do we understand the differences between men and women so that we honor each other? And this is really important. And as we know, men and women are different, but not all men are the same, and not all women are the same. So it's about understanding the subtle differences of where we actually can be in tune with each other. But I do believe 2022 is a year for us to create a new narrative as women. And I honor what everybody has said. We really need to understand ourselves as sisters, understand our differences across the world, and really create a new narrative, which is about emotional integrity. So when the men are being over controlling in the boardroom, it's not about getting into a fight. I think that's very important. It's about giving our amazing strategic, emotional capacity to create a new world. That's what I believe we need to do. And I know it's going to be difficult, but we've actually had, a century of equality, and we've gained amazing equality. But as Patty put up, only 8% of positions of leadership are female. So how do we change that? Let's change it by creating a new narrative, creating a new reason why we should have equal numbers of men and women coming together, creating that symphony, that new message. So we're not creating the old one and changing it, we're creating a new one. And this is why I call magical conversations, because in a magical conversation, we do not judge each other. We respect our differences as men and women. And we need to have a lot of these conversations to really make sure that we ask ourselves, how do we put kindness into the boardroom? How do we put compassion into the boardroom? How do we put prosperity into the boardroom rather than only profit? So my feeling is it's about people, planet, prosperity, and peace. This is what women stand for. And we have to not just share our message, but create a new landscape that men feel really okay on. In 2018, I interviewed 50 men about men, and I asked them in that, how do you see women? And all of them said, we really love working with women, but we don't understand them. They're so complex. We want them just to accept us the way we are. There's our challenge. But I think women now have the opportunity to lead the way, Marty. But we want wise men like you with us, and to respect us, and we respect you, and you respect us.
Absolutely. I think it's so pathetic, like Patty said, 52% of the workforce on Earth is women, but 8% are in leadership. And we're really proud that we have, right now, we're carrying, as far as lady leadership, it's about 63% of our board and trustees and leadership is lady. And it's also for minority inclusion, we're at about 53%. So we're like really proud. And I don't know why it's so hard, because we've been doing this for 30 years, since 1994. And I've watched all these corporations come out with programs, a 10-year program. And by the year of 2004, we're going to reach the goal. And then they reset it. By the year of 2014, we're going to be at 50-50. I don't know why is it so hard, other than just to say that it's outright lies. It doesn't take 20 years. There are so many people in the marketplace right now, so many ladies, it's crazy, that are available for every role you would want.
Well, this is the thing, Marty, and I hope the ladies understand this. We have to change the system, but we don't necessarily have to do it by fighting. That is a very male prerogative. We need to do it by creating something that's different. And what I mean by that is that we have the opportunity. If anybody says the world cannot change, I would just say COVID. The world has changed over 2 years in a way that we could never, ever have imagined. Now, I'm not saying that that was good, but it is possible to change everything. So I always honor the women who are leading the way. And in business, one of my favorite role models is Sarah Blakely at Spence, because she started from nowhere with her own.
Sure did.
And if you read the dialogue about her company, it's very mixed gender, mixed diversity. It honors mistakes, it honors people. There are companies out there that are doing things the right way. And these are the stories that we really have to encourage and understand that it's about people first. And it's not about profit. I use the word prosperity now instead of profit because prosperity has had a much more, if you like, female energy to it.
Right.
And everything is about energy. That is why if we're in a situation where it feels wrong or uncomfortable, then we need to take responsibility for making it different and better. And remember that women don't have to be like men. And we bless you, Marty, but we have to be women. We are who we are. And that's
I often say that. I say, equality is great and we can treat everybody equally. But you cannot think for 1 second that you are going to treat women the same way that you treat men. They have different needs, and you shouldn't be treating any person in the workforce the same way. Every leader knows that. Every person is different. Every leadership school I've ever been to, you cannot treat everybody the same way and talk with them the same way. You can have equality, but when it comes to women, you have got to understand that they are a different human being and they have different needs, and so we'll be right back, guys. We're gonna take a break for a second. We promise to have the investment when we come back. We're going to be doing the investments across the world, and we're going to knock out 6 of them. If we lose dear Rakhi, we wish you a safe flight today, Rakhi. I know you're headed to the airport. With that, guys, give us 1 second, grab a coffee. Feel free to get a water if you want to. And as was promised, we will be back shortly. Give us about maybe 7 minutes if you don't mind. And don't tune off.
Looking for a powerful way to market your company or cause? Benttree Advocacy can help. Our team has experience creating high-impact marketing campaigns that resonate with your target audience. Contact us today at www.benttreeadvocacy.com to get started.
Did you ever miss someone who has passed away? Now there's Missugram app, giving people a brand new way to tribute the lives of deceased loved ones, or simply remember tender memories. This exclusive app is a user-friendly social media platform, giving people everywhere a respectable and comfortable place to create private or public memoriams. Missugram has additional features like chat rooms and links to deceased databases and inspirational quotes. Users can also comment and connect on public posts. Join us and keep memories alive forever. Everyone wants to be remembered. For more details and download on the Google Play or Apple App Store, visit miss-u-gram.com.
Did you know that at least half of the world's population still does not have access to essential health services? One of the biggest problems in developing countries is the lack of medical monitoring devices. We have a solution. Kipuwex. Kipuwex is an easily attachable, lightweight IOMT device which continuously measures all the clinically relevant biomarkers vital to the assessment of your health. Kipuwex uses smart algorithms to provide efficiently reliable measurements for healthcare professionals. The biomarkers can be monitored remotely, anywhere and at any time, with a mobile and web application. Kipuwex is not limited by physical infrastructure and is suitable for professional use and in the future for home users as well. A simple user interface will let you choose which biomarkers you want to view and displays them on easy-to-read graphs. We here at Kipuwex want to combat healthcare inequality and help millions of people around the world.
Well, thank you guys so much for staying with us. All the comments that are coming in out there while we were off have been tremendous, and we're going to get right back to it with the investment. I did see one very interesting comment that came in. And it was, in fact, Maggie Dodd has been putting up some great ones. Patty, of course, had mentioned we need to bust myths. Maggie said she was curious as to what needs you believe are different for a woman in leadership than a man. So one that we had recently passed in the World Council and Legislature was last year we passed through breastfeeding stations. And how to facilitate those in corporations and how to make them available. Also part of that legislation that we passed through, Pauline, I think you were part of that as well. We worked on it for several months, was refrigerated storage. And then we made available to many corporations not only our passage of the act, so they would have something to bring back to their boss, which, of course, 92% of the time is a man, but they would have a piece of paper that says, here, this was just passed by the World Council boss. But there are actually, they're like little campers that you can purchase, and they get assembled and put together. And I noticed one with my wife and daughter. We were at a museum, and it said breastfeeding station this way. And it was like a little camper that they had bought and put together and put in part of the museum. So that's just one thing that I think is a different need for women. Pauline, is there other different needs that you would mention that are different than a man that women need?
Well, yes, and I wrote a piece in here that we come from a different perspective. So the practicalities of breastfeeding stations or facilities is one part of it, but the main thing is understanding that business has been predictably task-focused over the last century, but it doesn't need to be now. It's about emotional integrity, relationships, as well as tasks. And all these things are complementary. So we need to be doing what we do best and honoring the fact that business and life come together, especially in a pandemic world, and that we need to create a way of doing business which honors people. So it's honoring women and their need to breastfeed or whatever that is, but that's at a very practical level. I'm talking about a fundamental level of really shifting the energy of value of individuals, and that everybody is unique. You said this earlier, Marty. So that the statement is that I am unique, just like you. We're all individual, but if we get to understand that we create business with male and female, masculine and feminine energy, we change the system from the past to a new system. And that's going to take some doing. But again, we have to actually understand the companies that are doing it well, and not to focus on those things that look to be something that men can't do. So if there's a breastfeeding station, that's great, but it's not the major change that needs to happen. It's about gathering people together and saying what is needed. What is it that women bring to the party? And we are very focused on relationship building. That is one of the key things if you study the difference between men and women. And women get tasks done through relationships, where very often men get tasks done through doing it. It's that classic statement, women are multitaskers. And I had a gentleman in my class who said, oh, I can multitask. So I said, oh, yes, tell me how you do that. He said, I have several jobs and I do them one at a time. I said, yeah, that's different. Women do all the tasks all at the same time and all mixed together. And he got it. We've got to value each other's differences and respect them and understand they're complementary to the world that we want to create, a world that's worth living our lives in, not just about business.
Absolutely. Any other ladies?
I think it's just about being yourself and believing in yourself. It's interesting. I mentioned that I lead a sales organization. I've spent my entire career in sales in some way, shape, or form, but it's not something I actually naturally considered. I sort of fell into sales myself. So when I was in graduate school, I was applying to work at Microsoft, and I had actually applied for a marketing position because I had had some advertising experience in the past. And it was actually the recruiter who put me in the queue for sales. She said, have you ever considered a role in sales? I think you'd be great at it. You listen well, you ask a lot of questions, you've persevered in the face of adversity, you communicate effectively. All of those things would make you a great fit for sales. And at the time, I think I had this visceral reaction and I said, oh my gosh, I would never go into sales. It's so masculine, it's so aggressive. I don't have the personality for it. But because I liked Microsoft, I kind of just went with the flow and I ended up landing a sales role. And lo and behold, the recruiter was right. I learned a lot of tangible skills and I realized that I was actually really good at it. So I think all of the things that I ended up being nervous about, just the personality traits that I brought to the table as a woman, ended up being my greatest strengths in sales. And as a result, I was one of the top performers and I was winning all of these awards and I was closing all of these deals. And I think it's because as women, we do have a bit of a different style. We tend to come across as more empathetic. We have a lot of natural tendencies that lend itself well to getting people to want to trust us and to want to answer our questions and things like that. So my advice to women out there, it's really about taking a leap of faith and being open to things that you might not have naturally considered, because as women, we bring so much to the table that we don't even necessarily consider ourselves.
And Rakhi, I wanted to say it's been stunning to see the analysis of data on women and their brain with their performance in the Wall Street Journal in specific fund investments that women do better and perform better running that investment. So they have not been able to showcase that it's women investing across all funds, all investments, all hedge. It's specific. And they're trying to figure out, why do women do so much better and have a higher return than the male parties that they've given the same portfolio to run? And they're just getting into that, to try to, but it is amazing to see the truth that they can outperform men in specific portfolios that they're managing. Amazing.
Yeah, we see that across so many different industries, including in sales. Actually, a number of studies show that women actually outperform men in sales. And I think it's for those reasons. So for anyone who says women in finance don't take risks, we do take risks. It's just we take more calculated and more thoughtful risk. And as a result, we do see see greater success at times.
That's right. Yeah. Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank only wants women actually running all of his investments. He often says that. So, and he's very prolific about it. Well, for this part of the show, we did promise, and we have people that are waiting to watch us invest. So we're going to do that. And anybody out there that doesn't feel like investing in our international portfolio, we have 39 loans that we have funded at 100% to date with the United States Presidential Service Center International Portfolio. But we're just going to randomly pick, because one of Kiva's things with our 195 million investors, we've cranked about 1.6 billion to date so far in 77 countries. One of the things is the rules is you're not allowed to know the person or advocate for them, like if they're a family member or something. So this is going to be completely random. We actually don't know. I'll ask actually the ladies today, do you know who you're going to invest in right now? Would you mind saying yes or no, the truth out loud?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Patty, oh, you picked somebody already? Okay. Pauline, have you picked the lady yet?
I haven't yet. No, sorry.
Dr. Richardson in London?
Not as yet, but I will.
Okay. All right. So, and Dr. Voria in Denver, are you tainted or a bad actor, or already secretly have picked somebody?
I haven't picked anyone yet.
Okay. I just want to get that out there as a disclaimer so that everybody gets a chance to hear that out loud and realize that we're not lying here. And we do have people that have no interest in investing, but they're still a member of our portfolio and they're watching what we're doing. And so we welcome that. Can all of you ladies see that Kiva screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go into Lend, and Patty, where did you want to go first? Why don't we take you?
How about we go to our group under the USPSC?
Okay.
I'm trying to log in right now.
So this is my team right here, and of course, I'm a member. I'm the captain of that group, and but you can see also here I belong to a Nigeria group, an India group, Wazobia. We have about 49,000 members in Nerd Fighters, Rotary International. Here's the Presidential Center. That's where she wants me to go. And the Women Empowering Women group, we have about 5,000 investors in there. So just when you're in here and people are asking me, hey, what's it all mean? Can everybody see this screen out there? Y'all are okay?
Yes.
Yep,
Okay.
we can see.
Yes.
Okay, and this was our latest message from my wife and I saying, and so also questions about how much money in cash is the Presidential Center making? The answer is zero. This is not about making money. Another popular question is often, can I just get a donation? Kiva doesn't do donations. We only do loans, and we have a 96.34% payback ratio across the earth. And Patty wants me to go into these 33 existing loans here.
Excuse me, though. I am really excited to share that the lady I picked is almost complete.
She's almost, so we might as well finish her off right now.
Oh my goodness, this is amazing. I just love to see this. It happened so fast. She still has 27 days to go.
Yeah.
When I chose her, I was her first person to put in, and this is beautiful.
Well, that's what I said. What ends up happening a lot of times, the field partner on this is Purnima Honduras. That is actually the field partner that cut the loan and scrubbed her. And if you want to read about Purnima Honduras and what they're doing, they have presently funded about 2,500 entrepreneurs since 2008. And this is the average annual income. And so they've got 32 loans currently out there. There are 16 lenders on this project already. And you can go in and analyze each of their portfolios if you want to look at a person and what they're doing. Take Jonathan here. I don't know him, but he lives in Gloucestershire in the United Kingdom. And I heard somebody pop back in. So, yep, looks like, yep, let's get Dr. Voria back in there again real quick. You can see all of Jonathan's loans and what he's been up to. He's done about 231 loans so far since 2009. He's actually a truck driver. They call it a lorry. He's a lorry driver. He's a truck driver. So if you want to go in and look at what a person's doing, and analyze their individual portfolio, you can. You would just click on the person and go in and take a look at what they're up to. And sometimes they belong to groups also, but this is her right here. So
yes, I could read a little bit if you want. Katie lives with her family and works selling basic food baskets, products in her main source of income. And I just want to say that I remember this just from the top of my head. She's also a return entrepreneur. She's already completed other loans, paid back, and now is requesting loans again. So she's had success with Kiva, and she sells everything related to basic food baskets, a good price, and has very good customer base since she is located in a strategic spot in her area in Honduras. And she is requesting the loan in order to buy merchandise to supply her business, such as soft drinks, juices, eggs, butter, oils, rice, sugar, bread, and you get the idea. And she is very pleased with the kindness and the treatment that she received from Purnima and Kiva. And this is why, we're here.
A lot of people also have questions about who the particular field partner is that Kiva is controlling. So like here, you can look at Purnima Honduras and see how they're doing. Also, if you click on more information about them, it'll take you into a lot of very detailed financial information. Some of this is too much for people to understand. They're not interested in all this. It's just too in-depth. But Purnima Honduras has been loaning with Kiva for 164 months. There's been 11,331 borrowers. The total cash out so far that they've loaned is just about $6.5 million. You can see all that over here. Also, sometimes, you may want to look at their delinquency rate before you invest. Right now, they've got 5.31% people delinquent. And what I often tell people is, take a look at their loans at risk. It's a little bit higher, 7.18. But look at their default rate is just 1.24%. So that's full collapse. It's extremely low. Okay. And then you can look at all of their loans. And there's a ton of information at this point down here. As I said, a lot of this type of math and financial information, if you're not an MBA degree holder, like my wife and I, this might be like completely uninteresting. And I really don't need to read all about this, Marty. And I was concerned about even clicking on one of these links because then it's got even more information, and all the staff and whatnot is here. And often you can go into their website as well, is something that I often like to do when I'm looking at loans. Right here, I will go into this particular bank's website and look at their public face in the country that they're in and what they're interested in. Like here, of course, gender equality, what they're doing, their product diversity, before I actually make my decision to invest anywhere. Do they have an address? Do they list their phone number? Are they reputable? But they've been with us with Kiva for quite a long time. So, Patty, you have invested in there already, and I noticed the Presidential Service Center is listed there.
Yes.
Yep.
And also you could read all that fine writing. If you can't fall asleep at night, I'm sure that will put you to sleep.
Yeah. So I just clicked on add to basket. That's going to go in my basket. And if anybody was wondering what this means up here at the top, I have $97 available. So I've got several $100s in loans I've done, and my people are actually paying me back. And so this is money that's coming back already, and it's telling me, I've got 97.48 available to loan today. So, and I'm not really interested in recouping the money, but some people may be. They may want to take the money and have it come back. So I'm not interested in it. I'm just going to keep perpetually loaning it, out forever and ever. So Patty, we got her done.
I just want to add to that, and then I'll go on. We'll go on to the next pick. But what the great thing about it, I started small because when Kiva was new to me, I said, okay, I'll start small, and that's the beauty of it. You see it come back. So then I just kept recycling, and it's beautiful that you're actually helping somebody, and you really, I mean, you can invest more if you can. I'm invest a little bit here, a little bit there, and everywhere. But the point is, it can keep doing itself.
Yes, I've had people just with $25, they put it in once, and 8 years later, it has been used over and over and over again. And they told me I'm never, ever going to be invested more than the $25 mark, Marty. Okay, I'm just going to keep reinvesting that 25 to where it's thousands of dollars that they've actually put in. And you can see people are repaying me. Everybody remembers the Goodness Group in Ghana. They were so cool, these 5 ladies. They're running a convenience store there in Ghana, and this was one of our first loans. I'm about 46% paid back. So Pauline, where would you like to go? We're going to throw it over to Pauline. I'm going to go back up to the top here, Pauline, and pick a continent right here, Pauline, a region, South America, Eastern Europe. Where would you like to? Kosovo, Moldova, Albania.
Albania, that would be a good one.
Okay, let me make sure I'm showing you everything. I don't want to rush you. In Asia, we do have 1,600 loans open in the Philippines today.
Wow.
But Oceania, I know, is a dear heart to you because you've got Timor and Samoa and Fiji. Also, let me make sure, Pauline, not the Middle East, but I wanted to, back into Asia. So, Philippines.
Oh, yes. I haven't had a chance to explore the Kiva properly, but I have been to Albania, so I could pick Albania.
Okay, we got 21 open in Albania. All right, let's run in there. Let's see what's going on. And you'll notice what happened over here now. We can immediately switch this to women. You see that there? I've got the selector. And we can do individuals or groups. And then if you want to drill it down, you can even drill it down to like agriculture, arts, higher education loans, innovation only, animals.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's lots of drill downs. And I will be honest, I often do this. I exclude loans with any currency risk. And I'll go back and let's take a look so there's none available. Okay, so maybe I'll deselect that. Maybe I'll exclude experimental partners. And I'll go back to the top and look. All right, so that exclusion, there still are some. And you see the risk rating here?
Yes.
We can jack this down and see what happens and the delinquency rate.
That's an amazing system.
The default rate, we can. There's still a couple left, so I may actually go in there and mess with it a little bit more until I get the premiere of what I'm looking for.
So let's have a look at the lady who's on the 6 there.
Okay.
Who's the lady at the bottom right?
Raimonda.
Raimonda, what's she doing?
Okay, she's in Albania. It's probably said that wrong, but Rajmanda is probably more correct. She's looking for $2,225. She's a divorced mother. She wants to pay for physiotherapy sessions with the hope that she might walk again.
Oh, that must be a sign, because my husband has been ill over the last 3 months and wasn't able to walk, and now he can walk again. So I should pick her.
Okay. All right, we're gonna get her. And this is she's back again, so that's always good to see. That's where they have had a loan in the past and paid it back in full. And the Goodness Group from Ghana, I just want to mention, it was their 8th loan.
Oh, right.
And you can, when you see this, show previous loan details. This is where she borrowed in the past and paid it back.
Okay.
She was a subject of matchmaking is when she got married. Looks like she had a loan before that as well. So this is actually her third loan. So
Well, that's really interesting because we all know the story of the microfinancing loans in India with the
yes,
Grameen Bank, and it was profound that women were very eager to pay back their loans, whereas men often defaulted on loans.
amazing.
Yeah. So I will support her. I will
Okay,
commit to investing.
let's do it. And just all the way down to the bottom. Yep, this loan is special because it helps families pay for potentially life-saving medical expenses. She does have a field partner. That's good. Agro and Social Fund.
Yes.
Okay, and they're a microfinance institution in Albania. And let's just take a glance at them. They've got 21 loans that they're currently doing. And they are part of my group, Women Empowering Women. So that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, and let's just take a look at this field partner. They're doing pretty good. Look at their default rate is less than 1%.
Yeah.
Their loans at risk is very high. It's 18%, but their delinquency is only 2%. That's still, though, that's high. But let's do it. I just added it to the basket. Thank you, Pauline. Okay, which lady would like to go next?
Well, why don't we go in screen order?
Sure. Who's next, Patty?
Dr. Desziree.
Dr. Desziree. Okay.
Hi, everyone. It's great to be back again. And what a beautiful day to share all of this wonderful information to especially our audience. You know, the information that Kiva is bringing to the world and to give people opportunities to help their business to grow, to empower their projects is so awesome. I'm so happy to do this.
Where you want to go today, Dr. Richardson?
I would like to go to Ghana.
You want to go into Ghana? Okay, Ghana is usually very popular. We have 9 loans. Kenya's at 1,900. We were up at 2,300 open loans last week, so looks like we've chipped away. Looks like we have 9 loans open here, and if we got to switch it to women only. So sorry, God's way. We have a couple of groups. I love the groups when they're smiling.
And you know, it's amazing to know that with this technology that women can reach other women and support them anywhere in the world. So I'm really grateful for technology.
Absolutely. Looks like the Baofo Kua group, they're looking to beef up their clothing store. The Fear Not group is cosmetics. We did a big ladies cosmetics business recently in Brazil.
Yeah.
The Yen Ahoden is clothing, also a clothing store. The Nakome Nafa group, they're doing fresh meat, fish, and crates of eggs. They're looking for 1,950. And then up here you have clothing, and this is another grocery store, a grocery group.
Wow. Okay, I think I'll go with the grocery group.
The grocery,
yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at them. Let's see what's happening here. I love when they smile too. Got 27 days to go. The $700 has been put down already.
Wow, that's amazing.
Juliana, who's actually running this group with Alice, Samira, and Edwa, is a member of the Twere Ewurade group. And the members there serve as guarantors for one another to access credit. That's good because when they do get in trouble or something happens and a person gets sick, they'll step in and make sure that loan gets paid off so that they don't lose access to repeat loans to grow bigger and bigger and bigger in the future.
Yes.
And that's what they're doing. So they want to get soaps, cooking oil, soft drinks, and groceries for the store to meet customers' demands. And of course, Kiva, Kiva is where when the bank has already thrown you out. I can honestly tell you this here ID Ghana is fantastic. This field partner ID Ghana rocks.
What do you like about them?
Oh my gosh, look at their statistics. I've done a lot of loans with ID Ghana.
Wow.
Let's go in there as a field partner. Look at their stats. I'm going to go into ID Ghana. It's like millions of dollars and almost 12,000 people that they have funded. Well, total now Kiva Partners is almost 23,000 loans they've done.
That's amazing.
117 months they've been with us. Almost $7 million has been loaned. And look at their default rate is 0.14. It's less than 0.25%. That's what I'm talking about. Like when you have a default collapse rate that is that low, something good is going on. And their network affiliation is with a French company. But this is ID Ghana here. If you want to go in, and I sent actually one of our ladies over to their office the other day. She's been talking with me on WhatsApp. I told her you got to go over to the office and apply.
Yes, it's all about their reputation, and it's all about their trust, your loyalty, and just to ensure that these loans are paid back. And I think that will help them to go further with their business.
Absolutely. And with a 96.34% payback rate, which these guys are even higher than that. So ID Ghana is a really rock solid. I mean, people come in, and I've already had a couple of our folks in our group on the Presidential Service Center on WhatsApp tell me, we went in and applied and we were turned away. And I'm like, well, I mean, if you were turned away, that's not good, because it's not good at all. That means, something's wrong, because if you can't get a $250 loan from Kiva, like the policeman we did who wanted a light for his house, a solar light for $250 in Madagascar. I mean, something is really wrong with you if you can't get a $250 loan.
Right. It's all about building up your credibility so that, you don't get to be, not looked after or rejected, let's say.
Yeah. So you want to do this one?
Yeah, that's fine. We can do this one.
Okay. I'm adding it to my basket. Patty, who's next?
Well, we have Dr. Purnima.
Okay. Dr. Purnima Voria, where do you want to go? Let me make sure we didn't lose her. Nope. She's there. Dr. Voria, can you hear us? I'm not sure that she can hear us, Patty.
No, we'll put it in the chat.
Okay. Ask her where she would like to go. We haven't done anybody in America yet. Or North America, Central America, South America. And in the meantime, is Rakhi still there? No, Rakhi had to jump on her airplane. So I'm going to try to pick one for Rakhi. Then I'm going to run into, let's go into South America again. And with all the damage that's occurred in Brazil, maybe we'll take a look in Brazil again, and let's immediately switch it over to women. And okay, yeah. Oh gosh, well, look at these guys actually had their photo taken at the bank. That's pretty impressive. So this is the Solidarity Credit BPCS, Credito Solidario. So let's take a look at them and what they're doing. And it looks like maybe Dr. Purnima, are you back with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, doctor, where would you like to go today?
I am just observing everything and enjoying how everyone is participating. This is a little bit new for me, so I'm just being a participant and watching everything.
Okay, so I'm going to suggest the United States that we do one here. And one thing that's nice, you can do like this. Watch this. Colorado. We can go right in your backyard and see if there's anything available. And yeah, we have actually some ladies in Colorado that are looking for investment. We've got 3 of them. And since you live there in Denver, Rachel is looking for $15,000. She has a woman-owned agency that transforms the livelihoods of small business owners. Trisha is looking for $4,000 to help her business buy more products to offer clients a better and bigger selection. And then Marla is in Estes Park. She also is raising $15,000 to build up inventory and add new special needs vendors. So why don't we take a look at them one at a time? I think some people are often surprised to see that we do $15,000 loans and we don't run people through a mill, like at the bank. Rachel's 22. She grew Spoon University's following from 20,000 to 1 million as the media editor. She's the co-founder of Dive In Digital. Together, they have amassed 2 million followers for Spoon and drove over 3 million website sessions monthly. And that's how they were acquired by Scripps with Food TV Network for $10 million. Okay. They've had 50 different companies as clients during 3 years' time. And this is a woman-owned business, obviously. And it's called Dive In Digital. It's a digital marketing agency. The purpose of the loan is to hire contractors to replace full-time hire who exited last year and invest in an advisor who could help them scale through the next phase of the company and to maintain salaries. So that is that one. Now let's take a look at the next one, which was Trisha. This is in Evans, Colorado. So, we lost Dr. Purnima again.
I'm
there.
back. I'm
Okay.
back. There are some internet issues that keeps taking the voice away, and I can't hear anything you guys are explaining.
Oh,
So-
gosh. Okay. Well, we were just going in to look at this lady here, Trisha in Colorado. She's in Evans, Colorado. And see what her story is. She's Vietnamese and is working in a nail and lash salon for 8 years. Her grandmother has done nails her whole career, and she wants to own her own salon. So this is a female entrepreneur, and she's a nail lash and wax technician. And she wants to improve her salon space and products to be ready to handle big clientele that keeps growing every day. Okay, so there she is, and she is right around the corner from you. So that's Trisha. And Patty, did we lose Dr. Purnima? Is she still there?
No, she's still here. Can you
I
hear
just
us?
came back. Yeah, I'm going
Okay, let's
off
take-
and coming back because I could not hear you guys. So
Let's take a look at the last one. This is Marla looking for $15,000. Looks like they have some type of superhero out there. And they're going to build their inventory and add special needs vendors to help develop marketing. They're in Estes Park, Colorado. So they're working in the special needs community. Ever since her son Seth was born, he has had Down syndrome. And this is also another female entrepreneur. And the loan is for a company called Joy House. And it's called this because her son Seth is full of joy and light. When he graduated from high school, after she says here she decided to create a company. It wasn't until Seth was in his late 20s that she built him his home, and now the project is called the Joy House Project. And it looks like he's got a greeting card business going on, is what's really happening at Joy House LLC in Estes Park, Colorado. So, ladies, what do you think about these three? Which one to you sounds the most solid?
Well, I'll go first since I'm in line, but I'm a little partial to the Patreon name Trisha and Beauty. What could I tell you? So I vote for her.
The lady in the middle?
Trisha.
Okay. Yeah, I think Trisha. Yeah, she and Rachel, it seemed, wanted to put a lot of the money into salaries and things, which I know sometimes people tend to freak a little bit about when you're putting money into salaries. Trisha is going to use it to buy product, which can be resold and double her money, and as $4,000, and Marla is $15,000. Any other comments out there of who to go for? What do you think, Pauline?
Oh, Pauline, we can't hear you.
Hi. What was the name of the one in the middle?
Trisha with the nail lash, the Vietnamese lady and salon doing lashes and nails.
And the one on the side.
That's Marla with the Down syndrome son and greeting card business.
I would go for Marla.
Okay, and Purnima, which one did you want to go with?
Oh, Purnima fell off again. She went to go visit the Matrix for a little bit.
Okay, well, what about? Oh my goodness, that poor lady. Desziree, which one did you like?
I liked the last two, so I had to go for one of those. So I'm kind of in between, but I think I'll probably go for Trisha in the middle. Trisha to help her with her inventory. Yes.
All right, let's do Trisha. Going to add her to the basket, and that takes care of Purnima. And then we need to do one for her daughter. Rakhi had to run and jump on the airplane. So who would like to take responsibility for that? We've got 4 done.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pick a continent that we haven't gone to yet.
And which lady would like to direct that on behalf of Rakhi? Desziree?
Yes, why not?
Okay, where would you like to go to this time? We went to North America. We haven't gone to Central, South. We did Africa. We did Eastern Europe. The Middle East was not done yet, right?
So let's go to the Middle East. Let's find some women businesses over there to sponsor.
Yep, yes, I just did one in Jordan. It was a gentleman with his goat farm. It's his second loan. He left the corporate business world behind him. But where would you like to go? Turkey, Palestine, Jordan, or Israel?
Turkey.
Turkey. Okay, we got 3 open loans in Turkey. Let's see what they are. They're all ladies, okay? Gulserin wants $425 to buy new seats and renovate her salon. Meliki wants to buy tables and chairs for her salon. And Sevim would like to buy clothes in bulk. Anyone you want to go in and take a peek at?
Yes, let's go with the clothes in the bulk.
Okay, yeah, I always like people that are buying stuff to resell because they're going to double their money. You know?
Yes.
She's got 32 days to go. She's looking for $350. That's a popular question. She has a wonderful smile, which is very important for photos. You do have to work with US dollars when you work with Kiva. And she's a mother of 2 children. She's 50 years old. She runs a clothing store with her husband. In previous years, she worked at local marketplaces selling fruit and vegetables. But after hearing about microcredit, Sevim started working at her own clothing store. With Kiva Microcredit, Sevim wishes to buy clothes in bulk and increase her profit. And they do have a field partner, so that's good. It's the Turkish Grameen Microfinance Program.
Let's go with her.
Okay, TGMP is a nonprofit microfinance organization focused on supporting women in Turkey. They use Kiva financing to reach Syrian refugees and underserved Turkish women, targeting rural parts of the country that lack access to financial services. Okay, all right. She's on a 14-month loan. She'll be paying back monthly. And if we just take a quick peek at the Turkish Grameen, doesn't look like they're doing so good. They're at a 1.5 star rating, but their default is 0. So that's good. So there's always risk with loans, you know, and I'm obviously taking that risk. You know, they've done about $308,000 so far, 592 borrowers. They've been with Kiva for 8 months now, and they do have a website, so that's good. And a lot of times I get excited when I see double, you know, they're going to do double the money, or they have backing from the Walton Foundation, or, you know, they do have a 5-year business plan. They have a nice, looks like a nice website.
That's good.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Yeah, the quality of the website looks amazing. Yeah, and they're doing well. So I think this will be a good option.
And what we'll probably do is a follow-up today regarding the women. We'll probably put up some of these videos and things, just so kind of people can see like what we're involved in, what we're doing, and what's happening, and what's it all about. And
Sarıyer'deydim. Sarıyer Belediyesi'nde mikro krediye başlayıp ve burada hem kendine hem ekonomiye katkıda bulunan bir.
They've got quite a few videos. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, going in. And who's the last one? Looks like if I go up here to my top, I can see my basket. I've got 5. We got to do 6 today. So who did we not have do alone? Well, we got one for Rakhi. We got one for Purnima.
For Grace.
Grace. Oh, Grace. Yeah, Grace had to jump on a call with the bank. She said she was going to pop back in, but I don't see her yet. So we better do one for Grace. I can honestly say Grace loves supporting Africa. So Pauline, would you mind directing this one into Africa?
Okay. How about Kenya?
Okay, Kenya, 1,919. Yep. Actually, that's gone down by about a dozen since we looked at it. And then we can trim that down even more with women. And any other things now you see over here, Pauline, there's 803 in agriculture. And there's 1 in entertainment. Do any of these appeal to you? 199.
What's the entertainment one then?
What was that?
The entertainment one.
Oh yeah, because your husband, he plays. Yep, this is a lady.
So what does she do?
Abigail of Kenya. Okay, let's check it out. She's got $700 to go. 32 days. She wants to buy more game consoles, games, and movies to boost her business. She looks like she's reselling.
Yeah.
Okay. And she has had previous loans. Abigail has used all of her previous loans to support and grow her business, and she has since reaped the fruits thereof. She's very keen on continuing to grow her business.
Yeah, this sounds like a good one. Let's try her. Let's do her.
Okay, there we go. That's number 6. Yep, and her partner is ECLOF Kenya.
That's fantastic.
All right. Well, man, I'll tell you what. You guys will see. I'm going to check out You'll notice the Presidential Center logo will appear in here in the teams. And then it will also put your individual photo as an individual contributing lender. So, and then if this was too fast, too quick for anybody, and they're like, I wasn't even watching it, Marty, until 2 days later. It's very easy just to go back into our team. Whether you're a member or not, you can see what we're doing and analyze what we're up to. And you could easily see right there by clicking on our loans. We have 32 members on our team. You can see that these are already in there. Okay. So you're looking for the little green bar down there to see how they're doing. Okay. And that's when we come on WhatsApp and stuff, and we're all excited because they hit 100%, and
That's fantastic. I will take a look at that and go in this today later.
Okay, and you'll be proud. Farah is a member of the team.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at it, but it is an amazing system. So fantastic. This is really good.
We've had a lot of comments come in. I don't want to be rude to anybody, so let's just pop them up and then we'll end today. Maggie did say she fully agrees with Dr. Pauline. I know I do. We had some more congratulations. Maggie did want to wish everybody also wonderful National Women's Day for everyone. And she's helping Matt Parker raise funds. Matt is one of our members. Headed on over to the Ukraine. And Matt, of course, was one of our recipients for 2 medals in Washington, D.C. Patty, you met Matt during our annual banquet.
It was such an honor. It was such an honor to meet him.
Did you know that he's headed to the Ukraine with some American soldiers?
I did not know, but for some reason, I'm not surprised.
Yep. I'm not surprised either. He is strong, powerful, and he is on his way to the Polish border. I left him a message on WhatsApp wishing him luck, and I also told him that I had donated crypto to the Ministry of Finance of the country of Ukraine. They're doing a direct donation, and we were up to $37 million for Ukraine that had been donated so far. So Patty also put up, it's kiva.org if you want to do a scratch and sniff on what is this all about. My wife is at work. God bless her. She just got her MBA degree. She's got a picture of our kitty cat, Cece. I have to take Cece to be euthanized today at the veterinarian.
Oh, no.
And when I get done with this, that's what I have to go do. So I know people have already had enough of me crying on WhatsApp, and they were listening to me crying last week over the death and passing of our beloved Dottie Borsig. Dottie was a powerhouse. She was featured in our women's movie that was made about what Asian women want. And I would like to dedicate today's show to the passing of Dottie Borsig.
Bless her.
May we have a moment of silence in Dottie's name. May she always be remembered in her legacy, in our memories and in our hearts, and prayers for peace of mind and heart for her family. Amen.
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 Any closing comments from each lady today?
Oh, I'd like to go first because I really need to go. But this is an amazing show, Marty. Once again, you've done, and Patty, I'm speaking now, and I think it's fabulous. And I'm going to really enjoy looking at Kiva and getting to know the site. So thank you, Marty. Thank you, Patty. Thank you, Desziree. Thank you, Grace. The others, Dr. Purnima, Rakhi. It's been a fantastic show. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you, Marty.
Thank you, Pauline, for helping us. Dr. Richardson.
We can't hear you.
Got it. I unmuted her.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me? Once again, thank you so much for this amazing platform to celebrate women and to sponsor their businesses, to give back and to help them with their loans. And I just want to say to all the women in the world, I would like to encourage you to.
It's a little bit difficult to hear you, Desziree.
Can you hear me? No?
Just very barely. Can you hear her okay, Patty?
Marty, I think we're having technical issues because Dottie must be trying to say, hey, I'm here, because there's stuff going on. I hear echoes.
I'm speaking now. Can you hear me?
A little bit better.
I'm speaking now. Can you hear me?
Just a little bit better. Yeah, for some reason we've lost you a little bit.
Okay, so thank you so much to all our viewers, and thank you for being part of this amazing show, and happy Women's Day to all the women in the world. Continue to shine your light and support each other in every way you possibly can. All the best, and I wish you every success, and may you continue to shine and be the beacon of hope for yourself and for other women all across the globe.
Thank you so much. And Patty, we can close with you.
Marty, I'm speaking now. God bless and thank you, and look forward to more shows to come.
Thank you so much, everybody, for all of your help today and investing in all of these women across the world. We wanted to do something different. We wanted to not come to the marketplace with the long speeches again. And I think we really did accomplish that by having something unique. So it's actually, I believe, International Women's History Month. Is that not right? It's just all month. So have a great month, everybody. Thank you again for supporting us and for supporting all these women. If you're so inclined to go in and support them, thank you so much.